Friends, if you'd like to support us even further, you can become a member of our YouTube channel or Patreon. You'll unlock exclusive content like early access to our new videos, ad-free viewing, event decklists, and special shoutouts. Links are in the description down below. My friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm Silence, your host for today's video, and finally Dracotail, a waifu meta archetype, is in Masterduel. So, what is exactly Dracotail and why it is considered to be so strong? Dracotail is a fusion archetype that can easily, with Faimena, fusion summon dragon or spellcaster monster by simply discarding her and using monsters from your hand or field. We will analyze every new monster we have, and for our first Dracotail deck, I decided to mix it with our beloved Dragonmaid. Okay, let's start with the decklist. We run for the Dragonmaid part 1 copy of Cherba, 1 copy of Lorpar, 3 Chamber and 3 Parlor. Kitchen is not required in this build. Both Chamber and Parlor are part of the main combo, as you saw in the replays, and I highly suggest you to run 3 copies of each. Now, for the Dracotail part of the deck, we start with the main card, Dracotail Faimena. Not only this artwork is very beautiful, look at this guys, but this card is crazy guys. During the main phase, quick effect, you can discard this card, fusion summon 1 dragon or spellcaster fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field. Every Dracotail monsters, when sent to the graveyard, will trigger an effect to set 1 Dracotail spell or trap from your deck. Keep this in mind because this effect is shared along all cards. So basically we have a quick effect poly and we run a lot of very powerful new spellcaster and dragon fusion monsters. Then we have Lucius, our Dracotail starter. 2 copies in this build are fine, and when this card is normal or special summoned, you can add 1 Dracotail monster from your deck to your hand, except Lucius. Again, when sent to the graveyard as a material for a fusion summon, you can set 1 Dracotail spell or trap from your deck, as I said before. Then we have 1 copy of Pan, our big dragon. Again, when sent to the graveyard, you can set 1 Dracotail spell or trap. Then, this time, you can destroy 1 monster on the field. If a face-up fusion monster or monsters you control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can place this card on the bottom of your deck, and if you do, special summon 1 non-fusion Dracotail monster from your graveyard. So in 1 card we have a form of disruption, an extender, and a way to recycle the resources. Good card, 1 copy is fine in this build. For the other big dragon we have Dracotail Urgula. When sent to the graveyard as fusion material, you can set 1 Dracotail spell or trap from your deck, then this time you can destroy one spell or trap on the field. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Spellcaster Dracotail monster in your graveyard, place this card on the bottom of your deck, and if you do, add that monster to your hand. So, similar to Pan, we have an extender, a form of disruption, and a way to recycle resources. Again, one copy is fine. The last main deck monster for Dracotail is Mululu, and we run 2 copies of him. During the main phase, quick effect, you can fusion summon one Dracotail Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except fusion monsters. When sent to the graveyard as fusion material, you can set one Dracotail spell trap from your deck, then you can negate the effects of one face-up monster your opponent controls. Good and very useful card as you saw in the replays, and also very cute. Then we run a little bestial package composed by Bestial Magnamut and one copy of Druiswurm. Dracotail doesn't require a lot of space in the deck, so we can run a lot of end traps. Specifically, we run 3 copies of Walos, 3 copies of Ash Blossom, 2 Max Chi and 2 Drolls. For the spell part of the deck, 2 copies of Dragonmaid Hospitality, keycard for Dragonmaid, 3 copies of Ketu Dracotail. Add one Dracotail monster from your deck to your hand, then, if your opponent controls a monster, you can fusion summon one dragon or spellcaster monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field. Very good card because not only this is a searcher, but it allows to even fusion summon when the opponent controls a monster. You can only activate one Ketu Dracotail per turn, and this card is mandatory at 3 copies, guys. Then 3 copies of Rahu Dracotail. Again, stunning artwork. Fusion summon one Dracotail monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand, deck or field. Also for the rest of this turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except fusion monsters. Broken card, guys, very similar to Branded Fusion, but for Dracotail you have to run 3 copies of this. Then we have 1 copy of Changeover, very useful, 1 Called by the Grave, 1 Cross Out, 1 Tiding for the last Dragonmaid card in the main deck, and then we run our new traps: Dracotail Horn, Dracotail Flame, and Sting. Sting is not often used in Dracotail builds, but I like it. If you don't want it, you can cut it. So what's the big deal with these traps? Remember that you can set all these traps and Ketu and Rahu when any of our Dracotail monsters are used as fusion materials. Target one attack position monster on the field, return it to the end or extra deck, then you can place one Dracotail card from your graveyard or banishment on the bottom of the deck, except Horn, then draw 1 card. So in 1 card, easily accessible, we have a very strong form of disruption and a free draw. Now for Flame, target 1 face-up spell on the field, negate its effect until the end of this turn, then you can place 1 Dracotail card from your graveyard or banishment on the bottom of the deck except Flame, then draw 1 card. Similar to Horn, but for face-up spells. And finally 1 copy of Sting, target 1 monster and or 1 spell or trap in your opponent's graveyard, banish them, then you can place 1 Dracotail card from your graveyard or banishment on the bottom of your deck, except Sting, then draw 1 card. 1 copies per trap are fine. For the extra deck, we run 1 copy of Sheu, our Omni Negate, 1 copy of Light and Darkness Dragonlord, 2 House Dragonmaid, and this crazy new card in 2 copies, Dracotail Artalion. If this card is fusion summoned, you can target monsters on the field and or graveyards up to the number of monsters used as material from the end. Return them to the end. So not only you can use this as a form of disruption, easily accessible during the opponent's turn with Faimena, but as you saw in the replays, you can use it to recycle your resources. If 2 or more monsters are sent to the graveyard at the same time, while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. 2 or more monsters means that every time we fusion summon and this card is in the graveyard, it will return. Usually it is played at 3 copies, in this build I feel like 2 is the right number. Then we run 1 copy of Mysterion that can act as a form of disruption or board wipe, 1 copy of the new card Secretarion. This card, guys, is an auto win against a lot of decks. While you control this fusion fusion summon card, your opponent cannot activate the effects of special summon dragon or spellcaster monsters they control. A very strong floodgate effect. You can target one dragon and one spellcaster monster in your graveyard, special summon one, and if you do, place the other on the bottom of the deck. Very good new card, one copy is enough. Then we have one copy of Filia Regis, one copy of Chaos Star Source Dragon that you can fusion summon during the opponent's turn to pop cards with Faimena, one copy of Lady, our new Dragonmaid boss monster, and another new card, Dracotail Gulamel. When you activate a Dracotail card or effect, quick effect, you can target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. And, similar to Artalion, if 2 or more monsters are sent to the graveyard at the same time, you can special summon this card. Good form of disruption, one copy is fine in this build. For the link part of the deck, we run Seal, Striker Dragon, and Spirit with the Eyes of Blue, that is basically a Striker Dragon also for Spellcaster monsters. So guys, this deck is very fun, very good. Dracotail will be meta for sure and for a long time, so you better get to know the deck fast. And for me, this is the best Dragonmaid build in the entire game. Give it a try, guys. You won't regret it. So guys, that's all for today's decklist. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, hype, comment and share with your Duelist friends. Remember that you can become a member of our Patreon or YouTube channel for exclusive content, and we'll see on the next decklist. Bye my friends!